Roll call, please. Here.
Here. Here. Here.
Thank you. Are there any public verbal comments on any matter other than the public employment matter on the closed session agenda this evening? Okay. Seeing none. With respect to the public employment agenda item on the Board of Trustees closed session agenda, Fabricio Bautista exercised his right under Government Code Section 54957 to have the charges against him heard in open session rather than closed session. As a result, Ms. Elzig will now read the charges against Mr. Bautista. After she has read the charges, the board will hear any public comments on this item, as with any other matter, under Board Bylaw 9323. Each individual who wishes to comment on the matter will be limited to 3 minutes to make his or her comments. After we have heard public comments on this item, excuse me, let's just take a step back here. Further, the comments on this agenda item will be limited to 20 minutes in total. After we have heard public comments on this item, we will adjourn to closed session, deliberate on the matter. Mrs. Elzig, please read the charges against Mr. Bautista.
Thank you. The Jurupa Unified School District alleges the following against Mr. Bautista. Number 1, you're a permanent employee of the district. We're currently at the time serving as translator, clerk, typist at the Learning Center. Number 2, throughout the 2015-2016 school year, you made inappropriate and degrading comments to female employees assigned to the Learning Center. And number 2A, specifically, you stated that students drool and roll over and beg for employee JB, secretary, account clerk. Your comments made JB and other female Learning Center employees feel uncomfortable. 2B, you repeatedly referred to JB as a goddess. You stated that you would surrender yourself to her if she were your wife. 2C, you told a male campus supervisor that he needed to come to the Learning Center during the day to check out JB. 2D, you told female coworkers that your wife would be jealous if she knew you worked with JB. In contrast, you stated that your wife would not be jealous to know that you work with AM, a translator, clerk, typist. 2E, you inappropriately and in a derogatory manner questioned the number of male suitors AM had prior to getting married. You insinuated that due to her weight, men were not interested in her. AM was upset and made to feel uncomfortable in the workplace by your comments. 2F, about AM, you stated that you did not like heavy, fat women. 2G, you frequently referred to female coworkers at your previous place of employment as bombshells. 2H, in or about January 2016, you stated that if you won the Powerball lottery, you would leave your wife. You stated that you would purchase beautiful women with your winnings. You also told your female coworkers who were present during the conversation that if their husbands won the lottery, their husbands would leave them too. 2I, in the fall of 2015, during your workday without permission, you walked Miss GG, bilingual language tutor, to her car at the end of her workday. You made sexually advancing comments to her, causing her great discomfort. You told her words to the effect of, I like being with you. You make me feel like my wife did when we first married. 2J, you told JV, bilingual language tutor, that she was pretty and that her boyfriend was lucky to have her. Number 3, during the 2015-2016 school year, you stared at the breasts and buttocks of female workers and females who visited the Learning Center office. Number 4, during the 2015-2016 school year, you referred to yourself as a pervert. Number 5, in the fall of 2015, you used a district computer to show a female colleague a video of women wearing bikinis and men wearing thongs. Number 6, During the 2015-2016 school year, you failed to cooperate with coworkers. You were rude and abrasive when coworkers attempted to assist you with your work. 6A, in September 2015, JB attempted to inform you of accurate information regarding the adult education testing schedule. In response, you became agitated and argumentative. You exclaimed words to the effect of, "Are you done?" 6B, in the fall of 2015, JB AM attempted to assist you with data entry and student registration forms. You became angry and agitated with them. You demanded to know where in your job description it states that you are required to perform this duty. You told JB and AM that you would not listen to them because they are not your boss, that you would only listen to the principal's direction because he is your boss. 6C, in the fall of 2015, you stated that if Mr. Gray, your principal, directed you to throw away papers, you would not comply with the process because you did not want to waste paper. 6D, in the fall of 2015, you told AM that you possessed an above-average IQ and that it is humiliating for others to correct you. Number 7, in April of 2016, you inappropriately issued a student high school diploma. You failed to have the principal confirm the issuance of the diploma prior to issuing it to the student. The student had not completed all the required coursework. You attempted to blame JB for not properly handling the training and training you on those procedures. While speaking with the principal about the incident in reference to JB, you stated words to the effect of, "It's hard for me, a man with experience and wisdom, to listen or take directions from an unexperienced younger person." Number 8, throughout the 2015-2016 school year, you failed to use work time appropriately and efficiently. On several occasions, you used online map applications to search the homes of coworkers, colleague wedding venues, and other locations during work time. Number 8B, on several occasions, without authority or purpose, you left the Learning Center and the front office unattended and wandered the campus. Number 9, Board Policy 4030, Non-Discrimination in Employment, prohibits district employees from discriminating against or harassing any other district employee or job applicant on the basis of a person's actual or perceived age, marital status, gender, and sex. Number 10, Board Policy 411911, Sexual Harassment, prohibits the sexual harassment of district employees. And number 11, Education Code Section 220, prohibits discrimination on the basis of gender. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Elzig. The board will now hear any public comments on this matter. Currently, I've got one card here. Mr. Bautista, would you like to make your comments?
May I begin? To the members of the board, I find it ironic, if not dubious, that the school district finds me guilty of harassment or discrimination and failure to complete my duties when the district itself is doing exactly the same things against me. How? You may ask. By ignoring my complaints about this group of women who are now my accusers, and by purposefully ignoring the evidence that I complained to the principal that he was aware of all these incidents. And what's more, I was following his instructions when I ignored and challenged the accusers' unnecessary demands. As it had been clearly stated that I would tell him to take it up to Mr. Gray, as he told me I was the person in charge of the enrollment, to disregard the requests and to report only to him. If the school principal failed to act according to the district standards, I shall not be the scapegoat just to cover others' wrongdoings. And there's the offensive comments and alleged harassment. I admit that I failed to act as the adult in the room and bent over backwards just trying to fit in. I would like to remind you that none of you were present when these incidents took place and don't know how these conversations led up to my comments. My accusers conveniently failed to explain that I was in fact the victim of constant criticism and bullying. Yes, as outrageous as it may sound, I am the one who should be in the victim stand, as I was often targeted for being different from the group. I often report the behavior to the principal, but I was, again, ignored. I even took it upon myself to alienate from the group, but I was called by Mr. Gray and told to open up to them. If the Human Resources Department had conducted a profound and honest investigation, they would have learned that I'm not the only person who's got a problem with this crowd. The office positions at the Learning Center have become a revolving door, as other district employees have not made the cut, since they don't fit their office standard. Oh, thank you. An atheist liberal like me would never fit in, as only overzealous religious females would love to abuse the district's trust on them by taking long lunches, spend the day on frivolous conversation, or using district equipment on their personal matters. Those would fit in, and those who don't, like myself, are disposed of one way or the other, even if it means making up stories and twisting comments so they can be considered offensive. But again, everything points out that this investigation was so obsessed to get me fired that originally I was even accused of not following directions from an acting principal when he asked me to enroll a student for free, and I refused to be part of such illegal activity. I'd like to finish by letting you know that I'm aware that you probably already made up your minds, and my speech will have very little, if any, impact on your decision. The only reason why I'm here today is to let you know that I will not stop fighting until I clear my name, no matter how long it takes me and how hard I have to try. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Bautista. Do we have any other comments on this matter? Okay. Seeing none, thank you. The board will now adjourn to closed session to deliberate on the closed session agenda items. We will return to open session at approximately 6 p.m. Thank you.